On this episode of This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada, we land in a new city and tee it up at a new venue for the GolfBC Championship.
We've been big parts of the community for over 20 years. We've worked hard to get this event here.
Outside the ropes, players take the opportunity to explore their host city.
I got videos, I got pictures.
So this is 2015 Pinot.
While a competition inside the ropes concludes in record-breaking fashion.
I couldn't have pictured a better start. I think, I'm not going to say that locks it up, but I think that takes care of the top five.
All that and more from Kelowna, British Columbia, next. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. The GolfBC Championship is a new event on the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada schedule, and it's one more chance to showcase a great Canadian city.
For us, it's a natural fit. We own two facilities, the Okanagan Golf Club in Gallagher's Canyon, and we've been big parts of the community for over 20 years. We've worked hard to get this event here, and we really are looking forward to a wonderful 4 years.
The city of Kelowna and Kelowna International Airport signed on to be the first founding partners of this annual event.
We felt it was a remarkable opportunity to be a founding sponsor of this. We knew right away there was a great fit.
The GolfBC Championship opens up the region to an entirely new audience.
Partnering with the Mackenzie Tour really showcases the golfing that we have in the Okanagan Valley up and down. It really shows Canada and the United States and the rest of the world that's watching that we are world class. We have world-class golf courses, we have a world-class airport, and we have world-class facilities all up and down the valley.
On behalf of our 1,200 employees at GolfBC and Wailea Golf, we hope that you'll enjoy this event. Let's show our support for these wonderful young players making their ways to the next level of their golf career. Play well. Thank you.
And with this ceremonial tee shot, the inaugural GolfBC Championship was officially underway. And to kick off tournament week, Gallagher's Canyon and the GolfBC Championship hosted a celebrity pro-am shootout pairing Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada pros with former and current NHL hockey players.
Now on the tee from Regina, Saskatchewan, Devin Dubnyk.
The team set out with two goals in mind, to raise money for charity and to have a good time. And everyone brought their A game, along with a few laughs.
Oh boy. Kobasu, 1-up.
The shot of the day came early in the round from retired NHL hockey player Wade Redden on the first hole of competition.
Best shot of the day was Wade here, my partner. Downhill shot, tough lie, and pretty soft hands there, so he's obviously my pick for that.
It's gonna go like 10 or 11 inches to the left, and then about 6 inches down.
Rules official, we good?
Set.
You smoked that, good shot.
Good shot, Doobie.
With the spirited six-hole skins game winding down, a winning team emerged. The pairing of NHL pro Todd Simpson and Mackenzie Tour player Max Gilbert finished strong to take the inaugural shootout.
That's what you always say in hockey and golf, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
He did great. He hit a great shot in overtime, so that's why we win.
Max was a lot of fun to play with today. It's cool to play with the pros, and you think you're kind of good, but you see pretty quick that these guys are the real deal.
It's over! Pick it up!
The champions walked away with the pride that comes with victory, but the real winner was charity. The group raised $10,000 for local charities like the YMCA Strong Kids in Kelowna and the BC Cancer Foundation.
We're happy to be a part of it and give back to the community. I think that's great that we're giving a lot of money to the BC Cancer Foundation.
The BC Cancer Foundation raises funds exclusively to support the BC Cancer Agency, and we raise funds for innovative research and enhancements to cancer care.
Right from the get-go, our whole philosophies have been about raising money for charities, and with the BC Cancer Foundation being our #1 beneficiary, it's only right that 50% of the winnings today, which is $5,000, goes to the BC Cancer Foundation, and GolfBC is very happy to be a part of that.
When participants, sponsors, and the community rally around the BC Cancer Foundation to support cancer care in our community, it's very significant.
The first round of the GolfBC Championship teed off at Gallagher's Canyon Golf and Country Club in record-setting fashion. Victoria, BC's Corey Renfrew tied the course record with a 6 under 65.
I was just relaxed from the get-go. I just stayed patient, had fun with my caddy out there. We were just, picking good numbers and just kind of making good swings, so hopefully I can keep that rolling.
Already a winner this season, Dan McCarthy opened with a 5 under 66, his 9th straight round under par.
I'm doing what I set out to do, which is play boring golf, keep it in the fairways, put it on the green, and try to make a putt.
McCarthy was one of 12 players within 2 shots of the lead by day's end.
The greens are so good, and then the 3 par 5s are all very reachable for probably everybody in the field, so there's going to be a lot of birdies and eagles on those, so it's definitely prime scoring conditions.
Caleb Sturgeon opened with a 7 under 64 to set the new course record at Gallagher's Canyon. The 23-year-old led a pack of 89 players under par on day 1. One of those in the red, Danny Saul. He posted a 2 under 69 playing in front of a very special guest, Mike Weir.
It'd be good to get around Mackenzie Tour here. It's been a while, so to watch Danny play, and my good buddy Jeff Kramer caddying for him, so I want to come and support the guys. There's a lot of tours around the world that you can play, but to have this in your backyard and the quality of competition, the idea of making a cut, and just learning how to be a professional, meant a great deal to me. I got my feet wet on this tour and learned a lot about my game, myself, what I need to improve. And to win out here is hard. It's hard to win. The competition is tough. And, this is where a lot of players really hone their games to get ready for the next level.
The 2003 Masters champion is still honing his game for a summer stretch that concludes with the RBC Canadian Open.
I'm going to play in Europe the end of the month. I'm going to go play the French Open, and then the week after that is the Scottish Open, and then while I'm over there, I'm trying to qualify for the British as well, and then the Canadian Open is after that. So there's a good stretch of events there I'll get into and play.
Up next on This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada.
We're both from Oklahoma, so we don't get these type of views very often.
Taylor Moore and Taylor Gooch treat their taste buds at Quails Gate Winery.
We're not going to waste good wine, so whenever we try good wine, I'm going to savor it and I'm going to drink it.
And the competition continues in the second round of the GolfBC Championship, despite the appearance of Mother Nature.
I was playing tough, I was playing longer definitely, and some of the holes were a lot longer, so it makes it harder.
This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. Nestled along the shores of Okanagan Lake in the Okanagan Valley is Quails Gate, an award-winning winery. And 2 Mackenzie Tour players, one a wine connoisseur and the other a wine newbie, stopped by to see what Quails Gate had to offer.
Taylor, pleased to meet you. Welcome to Quails Gate. Taylor? Yeah, welcome to Quails Gate. We're going to have a beautiful day. We're going to have a little tour, a little tasty, have a little bit of fun. We're going to go down the vineyard. We're going to go up to the library. And we're going to come back up here and do a tasting on the deck. So follow me. Let's go down the vineyard. Perfect. Let's go down here and have a look and show you what's going on with the plants. When you grab one of these plants and you take your hand, that's the growth of a day. Like that from stem to stem. That's one day. It's one day's growth. I think it's about the younger generation grasping wine and food and understanding it. And I think this tour and what we're doing with the tour is amazing. And I think these younger generation, these kids, they're the future of driving wine and food. The plants are starting to flower, and they're way ahead of schedule.
So what promotes the growth so quickly? Sun,
moisture, and the terroir, what we call the terroir. And so the terroir is really what we're all about here. Up this side of Boucherie was an active volcano millions of years ago. It's volcanic rock. And as you go further down, this valley was cut out by a glacier. We have really 3 levels of vineyard. So we have the upper bench, kind of the middle bench, and then below here, and then obviously the stunning view of the lake.
We're both from Oklahoma, so we don't get these type of views very often. It's beautiful.
It's a 125-acre facility here, and just beautiful. Let's go drink some wine.
Let's do it.
We're heading up to the library. Come on in, gentlemen. So, welcome to the library. This is part of our barrels that are here. We have French and American oak here. Everything on the left is basically what we use in a restaurant downstairs. The vintages here go from 1989 till present. So that was the year that the winery was founded.
Right. So how many barrels of wine do you guys produce?
We have stainless steel for white. Some of our Chardonnays are obviously in oak. And then we have all our reds in oak, right. French and American. So we do about 85,000 cases a year of 750 ml bottles. That's an average of what I can tell you what we do.
Okay, Mr. Pinot lover. So this is 2015 Pinot from our vineyards just down the street. So picked in October. What are we now?
June.
And it'll be bottled at Christmas time. So it's about halfway through its life.
Pinot Noirs are kind of my favorite, and they're supposed to be really good around here, and I actually tried a couple. So I'm probably gonna have to try to take a couple of those home.
This is different soil. This is now more clay. And this is a German clone.
It's been incredible, you know, tasting the whites and the reds and the different types of wine. And I was just glad I was able to, you know, taste the difference in the red wines and the Merlots and the Cabernets and getting used to the terms and all that. So, and meeting the winemaker, you know, Miss Galloway was awesome and explaining, you know, how she makes the wines and the different blends and stuff, and it was a really cool experience. I think just going to different cities and different communities and seeing the backing they've had with the volunteers and the fans coming out, you can definitely see why the Mackenzie Tour is up and on the rise, and that's what I think, you know, makes this tour special.
We're not gonna waste good wine, so whenever we try good wine, I'm gonna savor it and I'm gonna drink it. Cheers.
While rain makes for good grape-growing terroir, it tends to disrupt a round of competitive golf. And play was suspended in the early afternoon of round 2 of the GolfBC Championship when Mother Nature interrupted with heavy rains and lightning, leaving 29 players to finish their second rounds on Saturday morning. But despite the weather delay, a chase pack managed to make up some ground on the leaders. Huntington, Indiana's Seth Lauer landed in a tie for 7th with a bogey-free 68. While Veda Guillaume, Brock Mackenzie, and Michael Schoolcraft climbed into the top 10 on the leaderboard, each 6 strokes off the lead. France's Julien Brun finished his day on Friday, 7 off the pace, posting a 269 with 4 birdies to just 2 bogeys on his card.
I was playing tough, I was playing longer definitely, and some of the holes were like a lot longer in the rough, being humid. It makes it harder. Good to be done. I'm sitting at 6 under, so I can go rest and get ready for tomorrow.
But everyone was still chasing the youngster Caleb Sturgeon, who'd built a 2-shot lead before play was called, then finished with a birdie on his final hole Saturday morning to take a 3-stroke advantage into the 3rd round. Coming up next.
Oh my word.
We check out Kelowna with Hank Lebioda and JD Tomlinson.
It was unbelievable. Coolest experience I've had in maybe ever.
And see who takes the lead in round 3 of the GolfBC Championship.
Yeah, that was, an unbelievable finish, certainly.
All that and more when this is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada returns. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. Situated about midway on Lake Okanagan in south-central British Columbia's Okanagan Valley, the city of Kelowna is the largest and most bustling city in the region. Located in one of Canada's driest and warmest spots, Kelowna has it all. World-class wineries, golf courses, and ski resorts. And the best way to take it all in is from above.
I'm JD. Luke. Nice to
Hi, I'm
meet you.
Hank.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Luke.
It's just a wonderful place, especially in the fall when all the vineyards are in full color. It's just amazing. And of course, when they start to green up in the spring, it becomes amazing as well. And of course, we've got a lot of skiing in the area as well. It's a perfect wonderland.
Before the start of the GolfBC Championship, JD Tomlinson and Hank Lebioda headed over to Kelowna International Airport to connect with the team from Alpine Helicopters to get a bird's-eye view of Kelowna and the Okanagan Valley.
Do not put hands anything outside the windows. Over there.
When I showed up, I was nervous,
You know, I am a little timid of heights. Getting an experience like this, you kind of lose that fear. You forget that you're in this little A. And you're up there, you're looking down, you're going over the coastline of the lake, seeing the vineyards, seeing the golf course.
Oh my word. We looked at the lake, we looked at downtown, we moved over to Gallagher's Canyon, got to check out all the holes. I recognized a couple. We went into the canyon and just took a look all around Kelowna.
My favorite part was going over to the canyons and looking at the trestles. When he made that kind of hairpin turn going along the pathway, he didn't hold anything back. It was awesome.
For J.D. Tomlinson, the day was extra special, as it was his birthday.
It was unbelievable. Coolest experience I've had in maybe ever. I think my phone library is already filled up. I got videos, I got pictures. Definitely the best birthday I've ever had, by far.
Mackenzie Tour, they give these opportunities to us where we can get out and see the community, meet the people, learn the stories, hear the history. It's an experience that we're never really going to have again. The opportunity is given to us by the Mackenzie Tour to come out, connect with the community. It's wonderful.
Once the third round commenced Saturday at the inaugural GolfBC Championship, the guys atop the leaderboard continued to attack, despite more testy weather conditions. British Columbia native Ryan Williams continued his strong play. Williams posted a bogey-free 6-under round with 3 birdies on the front 9 and 3 more on the back.
Hit the ball extremely well. A lot of fairways, a lot of greens. Gave myself a lot of looks at birdie. A lot of easy putts too. Didn't really ever have to work for par, so all around just really solid game.
Williams finished his third round play at 16 under and in solo second.
From Syracuse, New York, the current #1 player on the Order of Merit, Dan McCarthy.
Current Order of Merit leader Dan McCarthy was the player to chase down on moving day. McCarthy started strong, dropping in 4 birdies by the turn, then stumbled with a bogey on 10. But he made a quick comeback with back-to-back birdies on 11 and 12 and another on 15 to tie Williams at 16 under. The Freedom 55 Financial Open winner closed out his round with this eagle hole out on 18 from 103 yards, pushing his lead over Ryan Williams to 2.
Yeah, that was, an unbelievable finish, certainly. It was a good number, but you never expect to actually jar one. I don't know what it is. I'm very patient out there. My objective is just to put it in the fairway and then put it on the green and try to make a putt. So I'm just keeping it really simple and swinging well.
36-hole leader Caleb Sturgeon couldn't keep up with McCarthy's torrid pace on day 3, but his 2-under 69 was strong enough to maintain possession of solo third heading into the final round. After the break on This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada, can Dan McCarthy maintain his momentum on Championship Sunday to take home his 2nd title of the season? Or will a challenger take control at Gallagher's Canyon? We find out next. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. Conditions were ripe for a final round showdown at the GolfBC Championship between Canadian Ryan Williams and American Dan McCarthy. Williams started the day with 2 birdies on the front 9. McCarthy topped that with 3 of his own, increasing his lead to 3 strokes. Williams dropped back even further with a triple bogey on 10. But he recuperated with 3 birdies on 11, 12, and 15. But that wasn't enough to chase down McCarthy, who caught fire on the back 9. McCarthy posted a 4-under 31 on the back, adding 2 more birdies. And this eagle hole out on 12 from 102 yards out. Bringing his total score to a record-breaking 25 under 259 for his 2nd victory of 2016.
I couldn't have pictured a better start. I think, I'm not going to say that locks it up, but I think that takes care of the top 5. Now the goal is to finish #1 and be fully exempt out there next year. So I'm going to hope to bottle this up for a very long time.
His 7-stroke margin of victory is the largest on the Mackenzie Tour in the PGA Tour era. The New York native is also only the 2nd person on tour to take home 2 titles in just 3 starts.
You know, this is a body of work. You know, I didn't just wake up one day 3 weeks ago and all of a sudden start playing like this. You know, I played well for a very long time. Unfortunately, I haven't played well at very important times, like in Q School or in final groups in past years on this tour, but you know, it's all coming together. You know, I know what I'm capable of, and this is hopefully only the beginning.
After the inaugural GolfBC Championship, Tyler McCumber is tied with Taylor Moore for the 5th position on the Order of Merit. Caleb Sturgeon's 18-under par solo 3rd place finish in Kelowna moved him to 4th. Ryan Williams' solo 2nd this week is his 2nd top 10 of the season, moving him into 3rd. While his good friend Adam Cornelsen still holds on to 2nd on the Order of Merit. McCarthy's win increases his lead on the Order of Merit to more than $30,000, putting him in position to earn exempt status on the Web.com Tour. Ryan Williams from Vancouver, British Columbia takes home the Freedom 55 Financial Canadian Player of the Week honors and a $2,500 cash prize for the 2nd time this year and the 4th time in his career.
It's a good start to the year for sure. I'm still going to be catching Adam Cornelsen, who's a good buddy of mine. But yeah, you know, being on board with Freedom 55 as one of my partners, you know, being able to win Canadian Player of the Week 2 out of 3 weeks to start the year, you know, that's very rewarding, and obviously it's off to a good start to the year.
With every new beginning comes new opportunity. The inaugural GolfBC Championship at Gallagher's Canyon Golf and Country Club raised $75,000 for charity, which was then matched by GolfBC's charitable arm, the Chan Family Foundation, for a total of $150,000, which was awarded to the BC Cancer Foundation.
The impact on our patients here is significant. It's philanthropy, getting together with research that is making the difference with cancer patients' lives today. So we can have more and more patients to say, I'm still here because of events like this and the funds that we raise through generous donors of the BC Cancer Foundation.
Next time on This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada, we head east to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan for the Siga Dakota Dunes Open. Last season, Michael Letzig came from 6 shots off the lead to force a playoff, where he defeated eventual Order of Merit winner J.J. Spahn and Clark Clausen.
It was nice to kind of just get out of my own way and play my own game, and it was good to play the way I believe I can play.
For all the latest news, live scoring, and highlights from Saskatoon, log on to PGATour.com.